Hey guys, Scott Herman, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over my 5 favorite exercises to force more back growth. Now, as a general rule of thumb, I always insist on sticking with the basics. So pull-ups and bent over rows should always be a staple in your back training. But if you've just recently hit a plateau, or maybe you lost some motivation because your workouts are getting stale and boring, try switching up your routine with a few of these exercises. Exercise 1 is the Meadows Row. Now, with the recent passing of John Meadows, this exercise couldn't be more appropriate. It's actually a really smart exercise, and for a couple of reasons. First, it's a unilateral movement which allows you to focus on each side individually. So don't feel surprised if you feel a bit of strain on your core as well as you perform your reps. Secondly, the positioning of your body in relation to the weight enables you to be quite explosive, and that's what you should be after when trying to force growth. So take advantage of that explosiveness and don't just pump out reps. Instead, load up as much weight as you can handle for an explosive rep, and then be sure to control the weight on the way down. Remember, we get the most muscle breakdown during the eccentric, so take advantage of it, especially if you use a bit of momentum on the way up. Now, before we move to the next exercise, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you never miss a new video upload. Also guys, the best way to support me and my channel is to drop a like and comment to help boost the YouTube algorithm. Maybe comment something like, my back is smaller than my chest. Alright, exercise number 2, the inverted row. Now, why would we want to bring in a bodyweight exercise over something like a heavy bent over row? Well, that's because the inverted row allows us to be a bit more versatile with our sets and reps, and the strength built with inverted rows will directly transfer over to other row variations. For example, you can start with your body weight, and depending on your strength, you can make the exercise easier or harder by adjusting your foot position. Basically, the more horizontal your body is, the harder the exercise becomes. Also, you can wear a weighted vest as you progress and get stronger as well. As for the versatility aspect I mentioned earlier, the inverted row can help you push through strength and muscle endurance plateaus, because as soon as you start to fail on your reps, you can continue to pump out more with a quick adjustment of your feet. For a lot of you, learning what it feels like to push past failure will be a new experience and something that you can bring to other exercises as well. The third exercise is the double cable row. Now, if you're an OG subscriber, you might have seen me do this exercise before, and I called it a monkey row. Ah, look at that guy. Back when YouTube was a much simpler place. But the name doesn't matter, guys. What's important is the uniqueness of the exercise. For starters, the cables provide constant resistance throughout the entire range of motion, and contrary to the lat pull down, for this specific exercise, you'll be pulling the weight from a different angle, which will focus more on the inner and lower lats. That's because the resistance is coming from 2 different sides instead of pulling something directly downwards. Just make sure you allow your shoulder blades to come completely apart at the top of each rep to help fully stretch your lats before re-engaging them as you pull the cables towards your sides. The fourth exercise is the barbell pullover, and if you've never tried this before, you're in for a treat. Now, in the past, I've covered how to use a dumbbell pullover to target your chest or back, and you can check that video out right here. But by using a barbell, we can really make use of this exercise to put our shoulders into a position of extreme flexion, which sets your lats up for a very deep stretch at the bottom of the movement. In fact, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you've seen me lately do a variation of this exercise using the prone leg curl machine. Just make sure you really warm up those shoulders before trying this exercise, and I'd also recommend you start fairly light with your weight until your mind-muscle connection is efficiently activated. You can even try using an easy curl bar if that's more comfortable on your wrists. And the fifth and final exercise to help force more back growth is eccentric only pull-ups. Guys, it's a lot easier to load up on weight with your horizontal pulling movements, but for the vertical pulls, it can be a bit more difficult to apply a super heavy load to the lats. I mean, we do have the option of using some momentum on lat pull downs and then controlling the weight on the way up, but it's not optimal. So how can we take advantage of such a beast of an exercise to force new back growth? Well, the first thing you want to do is set up a box or bench near a pull-up station. Then load up as much weight as you can handle and start each rep of pull-ups at the top of the movement. These heavy negatives will rip and tear into your back muscles and cause a lot of breakdown for growth. In fact, this is a technique I use a lot with my clients to help them to be able to do more pull-ups in a row or even their first body weight pull-up. Now, I plan on continuing this series, so make sure you subscribe, you've got that notification bell clicked, and comment below which muscle group you'd like to see next. And in the meantime, if you're looking for something new to spice up your training, you can get access to all of my 12-week programs and custom meal planner for 7 days free by clicking this link right here. Full body, push-pull legs, 5-day splits, home workouts, follow-along workouts, a massive exercise database, and I even have a forum section where you can reach out to me directly if you need additional help. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. See you guys.